Before we dive in, let me just say this from the heart. A huge thank you to everyone who liked and commented on the last video. Every word, every emoji, even the simplest thanks means the world to me and pushes this channel to reach more and more people. If you enjoy this video, don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps YouTube recommend it to others. And drop a comment. It can be anything, your thoughts, an emoji, or just a quick hi. Your engagement is what keeps this content alive. And if you'd like to support the channel even more, you can send a super thanks or become a member. Not only does it keep the channel going, but you'll also get access to exclusive perks. Wishing you an amazing day, God bless, and now, let's jump into the video. As soon as he heard about the enigmatic upgrader, a title reserved for someone blessed with the rare gift of enhancing other hunters' powers, Jin-Woo didn't hesitate. He immediately accepted Adam White's invitation to meet the person face to face. Shortly after, the two arrived at the meeting point. There, they were welcomed by Michael Connor, the director of the American organization. Wasting no time, Connor opened a folder and placed it on the table. "These are your immigration documents for the United States," he stated firmly. Normally, such a process would take years. But for Jin-Woo, it could all be resolved in the blink of an eye. Just say the word and you'll become an American citizen today. But Jin-Woo remained unmoved. His response was direct: "I'm not interested." He wasn't there for a new passport. What truly stirred his curiosity was the mysterious ability Adam had mentioned. "You said there's someone capable of enhancing a hunter's abilities. Is that true?" Connor smiled, as if he had already expected that question. "Yes, and that person is already here." Soon, the door opened and a woman walked in. Jin-Woo couldn't hide his surprise. It was Norma Selner, the only person in the world known for breaking the natural limits of hunters. There was something different about her, an aura that went beyond appearances. Connor invited her to speak more about her ability. With a calm smile, Norma began to explain. "You're skeptical, aren't you?" she said with a serene look. "All hunters are at first. But once they experience it, none of them ever want to stop." Her eyes gleamed for a moment. "As you may know, every hunter has a natural limit. An invisible ceiling that cannot be broken by ordinary means." She paused briefly. "Unless someone has gone through a second awakening, it's impossible to move up a rank. That's one of the laws of our world." Jin-Woo listened in silence, paying close attention to every word. "But my ability can break through that barrier." Her voice was calm, yet filled with conviction. "I guide hunters through 3 stages. I don't know if I'd call it a forced second awakening, or simply an expansion of their dormant potential." Michael Connor added, "What she's saying is absolutely true. But each time Miss Selner uses her gift, her body needs time to recover. That's why only a few hunters are given this chance each year." Jin-Woo immediately grasped how rare and valuable this opportunity was. "How far can it go?" he asked. Norma replied serenely, "It varies from hunter to hunter. But those who reach the 3rd stage usually see a 20% to 30% increase in their abilities." The revelation left Jin-Woo astonished. Now it made sense why Hwang Dong-soo had left his homeland to live in the United States, even after being harshly criticized for it. Who could possibly refuse something like this? For most hunters, it was a dream too tempting to turn down. But Jin-Woo was not like most. His gaze sharpened. "And what if this ability is exposed to the world?" Connor replied without hesitation. "That's exactly why Miss Selner lives under constant protection." He explained that the US government guaranteed Norma's absolute safety in exchange for the exclusivity of her gift, restricted only to hunters chosen by the authorities. In return, she received generous compensation. "And we're offering this to you, Jin-Woo. A gift of immeasurable value," but the hunter didn't see it that way. "It sounds more like a contract disguised as a gift." Connor maintained his diplomatic smile. "If you decide to join us, you'll be the first to complete all 3 stages. On top of that, we'll secure an exclusive contract for whichever guild you decide to establish." That was when Norma intervened, softening the atmosphere. There's no need to decide right now. Today, I just want to help you take the first step. And with a gentle smile, she added, "Consider it a gift from me." Michael Connor fixed his eyes on Jin-Woo and asked firmly, "Are you ready to unleash your full potential?" Think of it as a demonstration. Jin-Woo looked at Norma. There was a quiet confidence in her, almost tangible. Without hesitation, she reached out and touched his hand. "Look straight into my eyes," she said calmly. It began. Connor watched with a restrained smile. He's taken the bait, he thought. Even with his calm expression, Connor was certain after experiencing the first stage, Jin-Woo wouldn't be able to resist the others. It was only a matter of time. He remembered well the Jeju raid, how Goto Ryuji had failed to become a national-level hunter, and how Jin-Woo had dominated the battle with almost superhuman ease. As Norma began the process, Connor could only wonder, how far can this man go? Norma entered Jin-Woo's mind, but the moment she crossed the borders of his consciousness, she was swallowed by something overwhelming. A deep darkness engulfed her, dense, suffocating, infinite. She tried to understand what it was. Until a figure emerged from the shadows, it was Jin-Woo. But the instant their eyes met, a chill ran through her entire body. Fear struck instantly. Instinctively, her body began to tremble. Every fiber screamed in panic. She let out a scream. Breaking the connection, she stumbled back, gasping for air. Instantly, the agents reacted. Weapons were raised, all pointed at Jin-Woo as if he were an enemy. "Lower your weapons, you idiots," Connor roared, furious. "Do you have any idea who you're pointing at? Tend to Miss Selner, now!" The guards hesitated, but quickly rushed to support Norma. She was still in shock, almost breathless. Her wide eyes looked as though she had witnessed something beyond human comprehension. Connor tried to calm the chaos and, taking a deep breath, spoke in a softer tone, "Forgive the incident. They only reacted on instinct." But Jin-Woo wasn't just surprised. He was genuinely trying to process what had happened. "What the hell was that?" he muttered. Connor cast a furious glare at the agents. If something like this had happened in front of Thomas Andre or Liu Zhigang, you'd all be dead already. The atmosphere turned heavy, dense, silent. Jin-Woo stepped toward Norma. She was still trembling, pale, her gaze unfocused. He stopped before her and asked firmly, "What was that?" Norma tried to answer, but her voice faltered. Connor intervened, trying to regain control. "Miss Selner is clearly in no condition right now." He forced a diplomatic smile. "We can reschedule. Hunter Jin-Woo." Jin-Woo hesitated, looked at Norma, then replied, "All right." Connor gestured to Adam White, "Escort the hunter back." Adam nodded. As Jin-Woo left the room, Norma remained frozen, still trembling, and then, in a nearly inaudible whisper, she uttered words that made Connor's blood run cold. He's a king far too powerful." Connor narrowed his eyes. "Are you saying he's reached national level?" Norma shook her head. "I don't know. I can't say for sure." Her gaze was lost, searching for logic. "I've never seen anything like it." Connor pressed her. "What exactly did you see?" She took a deep breath, gathering her courage. "He is a king, but not like the others." Her trembling voice echoed, "When I looked inside him." He looked back at me. Norma shivered again. But it wasn't Jin-Woo. That wasn't human. Her fingers clenched tightly. It was a living darkness, formless, endless. And that darkness was watching me. The room fell into absolute silence. Connor was petrified. Norma, still shaken, concluded, "He has no limit." The terror etched on her face spoke louder than 1,000 words. Within Jin-Woo's soul, she had glimpsed something no human should ever witness. A power without boundaries, an eternal shadow. Thanks for sticking around, guys. God bless, and I'll see you next time.